Okay, sa punto pong ito, seryosong usapin, kung dati tinatawag ang nabansagan ng Philippine Air Force ng all-air without force, iba na ngayon. At para pag-usapan ang modernization program ng makakasama po natin ang deputy ng A5 ng PAF, si Colonel Ogie Gaite. Gayon na rin ang PIO ng PAF na si Colonel Enrico Canaya. Sir, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning, Audrey.
Okay, ngayon ay 2015 na po at ilang buwan na lang ay matatapos na ang Administrasyong Aquino. Nasaan na po tayo sa modernization program ng Philippine Air Force?
Yun nga, maganda sigurong i-backtrack natin yung yung mga recent history. Ano nangyari sa mga acquisition natin ng mga aeroplano. If you remember, 1990s, nag-acquire tayo ng MG520 at saka S211. Ang sinundan niyan ay noong 2010 na yung acquisition ng trainer aircraft natin. We have 18 SF260.
So, napakahabang panahon bago nasundan.
And then yung Sokol naman is 2012. So, since ito, 10 years, 12 years ago, diyan yung span na dumating itong mga aeroplano natin. Ngayon siguro si Sir Ogie ang mag-explain kung ano na ngayon ang mga darating.
Regarding our capability, ang tawag namin dito, Audrey, and then yung span ng capability gap natin, yung span ng capability development natin is up to 2028. Dito sa up to 2028, makikita natin yung mga modern na aircraft for the Philippine Air Force. Of course, hindi lang ito for the Philippine Air Force but for the country as well. So dito makakakita tayo ng right now, meron na tayong dumating na aircraft like for example yung C295 natin, which we are acquiring 3. And ang dumating na isa, and then we'll be having 2 light lift aircraft, yung C212I natin, dalawa yung kinukuha natin dito. And then meron din tayong FA-50 by the way. Audrey, ito yung ating lead-in fighter aircraft natin.
So may fighter jets na po
meron
tayo?
Tayong fighter jets na coming. Ito, ang pinakauna natin will be a batch of 12. 2 will be coming in December or early January. And then the remaining 10 will be arriving probably by 2016 or at least by first quarter of 2017.
So all in all, meron po magkakaroon ng Pilipinas ng ilang jets po?
12. Initially we're talking because this is for the future. What we're looking at in the far future or in the midterm future is to have a multi-role fighter aircraft. And that will be about 2 squadrons initially again. Itong multi-role fighters natin will be our, yun ang magdi-defend ng ating country, whole country already, against intrusions.
Okay, alam niyo sir, nung nanood ako ng State of the Nation address ng Pangulo, ang kanyang Panghuli, ay nabanggit dito ang Philippine Air Force Modernization Program. At mayroong nga isang miyembro ninyo na proud na daw siya dahil nagkakaroon na kayo ng mga aeroplano at pagmamalaki niya na miyembro siya ng Philippine Air Force. Gayunpaman, ang mga pagpasok po ng mga makabagong aeroplano sa atin, may kaakibat na training. Kamusta po itong training na to para magamit naman ng ating mga piloto?
Yes po, yung training po ng mga bagong aeroplano ay nakapackage na po yan sa acquisition ng aircraft itself. And bukod dyan, ang command natin, ang leadership ng Air Force ay talagang tinignan na, is already anticipated kasi if, na-mention natin in the past decades, medyo mabagal acquisition. Unlike now, na mabilis na. This year, ang dami nating bagong aeroplano pa to. So, technology, pag-accept ng ganitong technology is also part of the modernization na rin natin. So, that's why, ang leadership natin, pinapriority yung manpower development, yung training. So, kaya siguro yung isang bagong tiniente na nakikita niya na modernize na Air Force ay na-inspire. So, yun ay even yung mga simulator training, simulators are part of the acquisition na ginagawa natin.
Yung na-mention na Audrey ni Rico regarding dun sa initial training is part of yung ILS package natin, yung Integrated Logistics Support package natin, which is about 3 years lang. to 5 years. And then, of course, the main challenge that we have for training is actually yung sustainment of the training. Because yung equipment natin will be here with us 10, 20, 30 years down the road. And then, of course, yung sustained training is a requirement, is a imperative to capable really. And then we're looking at not only training for aircraft, for pilots, but we're looking also for people like in radar systems, in air weapons controller.
Technical support.
Technical support, basically. So, may mga peripheral kaming trainings na would require to sustain the capability of the Philippine Air Force.
Okay, linawin ko lamang po. Sabi niyo po, ito'y package. Ibig sabihin, pagkabili niyo, pagka-acquire ng aeroplano, sila rin mismo magpo-provide ng training.
Yes, and that is what Colonel Canaya mentioned about yung initial training for the integrated logistics support package.
So, ibig sabihin, may mga miyembro rin po kayo na pumupunta pa ng ibang bansa para doon mag-training?
Correct po. Not only for pilots po, but also for our maintenance crew. So, yun po yung advantage natin for having that ILS package under training.
Okay, ito po yung concern ng mga Pilipino ngayon, dahil alam niyo naman, taon-taon na binibisita tayo ng mga bagyo. At ito nga nangyari sa Yolanda, may mga ginagamit tayong eroplano, yung parang Airbus po natin or C-130 natin. Ito po nabanggit nyo rin kanina na madadagdagan. Kailan po kaya darating ito? Ano po yung capacity nito at saan po ito galing?
Okay, kasi when we had the Yolanda, isa lang na C-130 yun. So, ang daming mga international support na mga cargo airplane. Kasi, and then since then, naging tatlo na ang C-130. Right now, tatlong C-130 ginagamit natin. And may tatlo ring C-295, one of which is already here, yung sa Airbus. So, it is smaller version, smaller than the C-130. Pero yung kanyang kapabilidad na ramp loading, ay fit ito doon sa the type of situation, calamities na gano'n. Plus yung lighter aircraft to go to remote islands din, yung C-212. So, na-anticipate natin we're doing about the government is providing all these requirements. Kasi ang laki na improvement na. So, mas smaller, medium, and yung sa C-130 din, we are anticipating two more. Magiging
dalawa pa.
5. So, itong mga acquisition ng mga cargo aircraft and airlift aircraft natin.
Okay, bilang panghuli po, message po natin sa ating mga boss, ano pa bang dapat nilang asahan sa Philippine Air Force?
Ayun nga, sa Philippine Air Force, makikita na natin yan tuloy-tuloy na pag-modernize ng Air Force. And yung mga personnel, yung mga Air Force and support personnel, maintenance crew, we are expecting to have more training for them with regards to modernization.
Okay, with regards to our modernization po, we're doing everything in stride. We're trying our best po to really bring aircraft capability to defend our country. And we look forward po to partner with our public sector ho, to push for more equipment and more modern capabilities for the Philippine Air Force. Because without you, probably the Philippine Air Force won't be strong enough to face challenges ho in the future.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng impormasyon na ibinahagi nyo sa amin. Importante po na nalalaman ng ating mga boss yung mga modernization na meron na pala tayo mga fighter jets dito sa Philippine Air Force. Congratulations po at sana magtuloy ang modernization ng Philippine Air Force. Nakapanayan po natin yung umaga si Colonel Ogie Gaiten ng Deputy A5 ng PAF at Colonel Enrico Canaya, PIO ng Philippine Air Force.